What is up, my fellow gamers? In today's video, we got our best beginner's guide for the brand new mobile game NBA Infinite. Like and sub for more amazing mobile game content. I got timestamps down below for different topics, so you can go ahead and navigate to whatever thing you're specifically looking for. First, I want to go over some basics, and this is important because this is a problem that came up with me, and I didn't know how to solve it. So first thing is, top left corner, if we click next to where it says PD, my name for our avatar, we can go ahead and we can navigate a lot of different basic information. If we click the icon in the top right corner with the 3 lines, we can change our name, customize our avatar. So for whatever favorite basketball team you have, as well as your preferred right here, you can change for ranked gameplay, so that way other people know what specific role you want to play. We also have change our team logo, change our avatar frame, but more importantly, this is the mistake that you can make where it says change player. So you can go ahead and you can have like a character backdrop for your main menu. When you're in the menus, you'll see right now we have Zion Williams, and you can choose any of the characters that you have unlocked. But the problem is, whatever character you choose, you will not be able to sell them on the player market. So for instance, right now we got our character shown. If we go to the player market and I go to sell, and then I go ahead and let's navigate to where I can find him right here. If I try and sell this player, it's going to say the displayed player cannot be sold. Whatever player you have chosen that's showing right now on your screen, you won't be able to sell them. So just go into your menus like this, how I showed, and just change the player to someone else, and then you'll be able to go ahead and sell that player. So they can't be selected as your main player. At the bottom, we have the honor system, which is really important. Good behavior is rewarded pretty much in life in general, as well as this game. Play with honor, and you're going to increase your honor level. Once you get to A, you're going to get some bonuses. You're going to get that gold and experience plus 25%, which is very, very helpful. Next thing I'm going to go over is ranking up our players. Now, in order to rank up your players, you're going to need duplicates of those players. Let's do some examples. 2, Brook Lopez, and I also have a rank 1 as well. And you'll see in the top right corner, it shows that I have 3 of those rank 1s. So if we click on our player, then we go to rank up, it's going to take duplicates, and depending on how high the rank is, it's going to take a different amount. So in order to get to a rank 2 to a rank 3, it says add 2 more R1 cards to reach 100%. Now it is a percentage based. But once you do get into those higher ranks, you have the potential to go ahead and gamble basically on ranking up your player. But I definitely suggest not to. I really just say go and make sure you have 100% chance to go ahead and complete it. The worst feeling in the world is when you're trying to do a high rank and you're only at like 70 or 80% chance and you fail because you lose all of those cards, all of those materials that you just used, they're completely gone. And it's way, way more detrimental to your account to fail like a rank 6 or a rank 5 and just miss out on all those materials, as opposed to just kind of getting lucky and, you know, hitting for a 70 or 50% chance to rank up to one of those higher levels. You can click this and we got all our different copies, and we'll click and you'll see right now it's only at 40%. Really not worth it. You might as well go ahead and do the second one for 100%. Now, you don't need to use the R1s all the time, the rank 1 copies. You can also use higher ranked copies to go ahead and advance as well. So for instance, this one says that we need 2 R1s. You could also use 1 R2 to substitute that, and it would be the same 100%. So the higher rarities, they kind of combine into the same percentages. Using 2 R1s is the same as using 1 R2. Ranking up is super important because as you rank up, it's going to give you access to new player skills and moves. So we have our player moves and our skills, and if we click on it, it'll tell you that this player needs to reach rank 5 before we can go ahead and unlock that move. Same thing with skills. You're going to have certain skills that you need to reach a certain rank with that player before they unlocked. And then once you go ahead and do that, you will have the ability to increase their skills or their move sets. So for this instance, we have something like Zone Finder. We can go ahead and we can upgrade it. We can use player cards, or we can go ahead and just use the skill manuals. It's only going to need one. We'll go ahead, we'll use a skill manual, and now this has been upgraded. And you'll just see a little bit of a brief stat increase for that. Now, something that is going to be extremely important is going to be the fact that you can recycle your players and then use the recycled materials to go ahead and buy summoning tickets. This is a great thing to do with your lower rarity players that you go ahead and get from the gacha system. What we're gonna do is we're gonna look in that top right corner, and you're gonna see like a little recycling icon, and now we can go ahead and select players, and it's gonna break them down into these specific materials. In that top right corner, you're gonna see it's like a little star icon. It's a gold little star. Right now it says I have 40. We click on any of these players, it's going to convert them into that said material. It's going to depend on things like their rank. So for Hardaway Jr., we have him at the basic rank 1. You'll see that we're only getting 22. But then if we go ahead and we take somebody who is, let's scroll down a little bit, we get like a rank 2. We're going to get 72 of those materials. And then if we go to someone like Marcus Smart, who we got at a rank 4, we're getting 288. This is a great way to go ahead and break down those lower players that aren't your favorite players to use in the game, or maybe they're just really not selling on the player market. Because it's going to be a little bit weird with the player market. Early on for global launch, people may be buying up a lot of these like lower rarity characters. You might be able to get like a few thousand gold for them, but after like the first couple days, a lot of people are just going to be chasing for those epics and those legendaries, like the Steph Currys and the Kevin Durant's, the legendaries and their favorite players. So at that point, you're really not going to be able to sell a lot of these like, you know, not sought after players. So this is what you would do, break them down. From there, you're then going to go to the store, bottom right corner, and we're gonna go to the bottom where it says redeem. So right here, redeem. Now this is where we can go ahead and we can use those said materials to go ahead and buy tickets. So we can buy a Team Infinite ticket for 125. The highest rarity you can pull from those said banners is going to be an epic. It's represented by that purple background you see. And then these star-studded tickets, those give you the option to go ahead and pull a legendary player. You'll notice that it has a golden background. So we'll go over the gacha system really quick because there are going to be different banners and there's also different tickets. You just have to keep that in mind. Let's head over to where it says Hoop Draft. This is the gacha system. So if we take a look at the new, we have this specific summoning ticket that we can only use for this banner in the top right corner. We go to details. The highest rarity we can get from this is going to be epics, and then we have rares. However, with this new one right here, we do have a wish system. So we can go ahead and choose 2 wish players that we want. Basically, we're guaranteed to get a wish list epic player by our 20th draw. So that's pretty cool, but these are only epics. If we go to the regular star-studded pool, this one, if we go to details, we can get legendary players from this. So we can get LeBron James, Jokic, Durant, Embiid, Leonard, so on and so forth. The diamonds isn't like our premium currency. It is and it isn't, because you can get it for free. The premium currency is right next to the diamonds. It's a little like ticket icon you kind of see to the right of it, and it has that little basketball icon. This is the purchase IC. This is the currency that you can only get by spending money in this game. The diamonds you can get for absolutely free by just completing events and missions and different things like that. There's 2 ways to go ahead and spend your diamonds. The first way is going to be my #1 recommended way, and that's going to be using our diamonds to either buy gold, which is represented by the basketball icon. You'll see right now I have 363,000. The gold in this game is so valuable because the gold is what you can go ahead and use to buy players on the player market. Right here, we have a daily gold pack. So we can go ahead and spend 450 diamonds once per day, and it's going to get us 80,000 gold. This is going to be what I would say is the best bet, is to go ahead and make sure you can try and buy this once a day if you can. From there, we also have tickets, so you can use your diamonds to go ahead and buy tickets. However, I feel like this is like, it's a bit iffy because again, you're kind of gambling and you may not get, you know, the player that you want. Whereas if you are using your diamonds to go ahead and buy gold, you can then use that gold to go ahead and outright buy a player on the player market. And you know, it's a guaranteed you're getting the player that you want. So it depends. If you're a gambling person, then you'd spend your diamonds for the summoning tickets. If you want to be more conservative, then you would go with using your diamonds to buy the gold. This is the worst one. The 700 diamonds for 100k gold is super overpriced. Stay away from that. Buy the ones like the daily one. Next, I want to go over some quick gameplay tips. Pretty simple for some of the basic mechanics. Once you get them down, you'll understand. All right, so we are on the left. Let's see what happens. We win the jump. All right, we lost. So you gotta constantly click and hold the defend button to defend the player. And you don't even necessarily have to go ahead and like jump. As long as you're just in their way, you're gonna be defending them and you're going to mess up their shot. So we went ahead, we got a quick dunk. So you'll see for defense, I'm just holding the defend button and I'm just trying to be in my opponent's space. And then you are gonna have to do like, you know, help defense and stuff like that, which is important. So you don't always wanna stay on your person you're defending, but just being in front of them when they shoot is really enough to make them miss the shot, especially down low when they're like trying to get the rebound. Like trying to get an offensive rebound and then a putback is really tough. You'll see it said moderately contested. So a lot of the times, if you do get an offensive rebound, I kind of suggest you pull it back, because the way this game works is if the defender is just in your face like that. See how I didn't even jump, but you'll be contesting their shot and it will make them miss a lot of the times. Now for passing, click and hold the pass button and then you can direct who you want to pass it to. So you see how it's changing? Move that pass icon so I can go here and then I'll pass it to him to let go. So very important. If you just tap the pass button, it kind of, you don't really have too much control over it, and sometimes it's like random. So just hold that pass button to who you actually want to pass it to. Man, he just got rejected. Did you see that block? But yeah, you just want to hold the pass button and then, you know, move your touch screen to point to whichever player you want to pass it to. So right here, I'm holding it again and then I'm moving it. I'll pass it to this guy right here. I'll let go. And so on, and there he goes. That was moderately contested and he missed. So typically, like if you see a moderately contested, a lot of the times they are gonna miss. See what I mean? And even so, like there, see, he missed an easy shot because you're just, you know, there's a defender in his face. So like I said, always, if you get the offensive rebound, pull it back, do like a little move, do a blow by move, whatever it may be. Just don't have those contested shots, because 9 times out of 10, if it says contested, you're gonna miss. And I missed that 3. If it says open shot, like you just saw, usually the open shots, they pretty much almost always go in. It's gonna depend on your player's stats, but for the most part, it stays pretty true to what the words show when they pop up on the screen. And that is it. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this video. Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.